Hey guys, I am back and today I'm actually trying a new filming setup, so let me know what you think. I am so sorry that my chair is so squeaky, but I wanted to do a get ready with me video that is inspired by some of the things that I've been inspired by on Instagram lately. So I'll insert some pictures. I was not prepared. I have my Instagram account for this channel. It's called Daily Dose of Sparkles, and as I have been posting, doing things, going through, liking other people's panning content, getting inspiration, I have created a saved folder. I have like saved audios that I want to try, but I also have a saved folder that I call Inspiration. And I was going through these, and they're a lot of very blue and purple and teal and kind of like duochrome looks. So like this, for example, I found very inspiring. It's from Glam's Midi. So I'll put in some screenshots with the handles so that you can go and check them out as you please. But then I kind of wanted to do a get ready with me a la Hannah Louise Poston. I went through my collection. I pulled out all of the stuff that was like blue, green, purple, turquoise, super sparkly, anything that looked like maybe it could create this kind of look, and I pulled it all out. I have a lot of purple stuff. I've got a couple like purpley palettes. I have some eyeliners, shadow sticks, other types of liners. I've got a bunch of brushes, and I'm just gonna go through, chat a little bit while I do my base, and then I might kind of like speed through applying the eyeliner, or not the eye makeup section, just to make sure that this isn't too long. And then hopefully, if I can time my life right, because I have somewhere to be in an hour, I can film other videos after this. So then, you know, you can see this look in many places if it turns out okay. And then also I'm supposed to take a final like tonight. It's at like 7 p.m, which is just rude. But if it turns out good, I will be wearing this makeup to my last final. I'm starting out with the Laura Mercier Pure Canvas. Why can I not talk today? Pure Canvas Primer. And I'm just going to let that sink in. I've been having some issues with my makeup, the way it's been applying lately. That's just a personal thing. So I've been trying applying primer, doing my brows, and then going in with the rest of my base makeup. And that's been working pretty well. I've also, I never unpacked my makeup when I've been out of town, because I've been out of town like so frequently, or I'm like dog sitting and I have to pack up a bag. So my makeup has just been living in this little like gray pouch and my kind of everyday makeup. And I'm just like working out of that. And I don't have the big setup with a mirror anymore. So I'm contemplating about letting that big mirror thing go. I don't know if I've ever really talked about it except in my makeup, like what makeup I am using this fall video, like the first one that I did. I used to do a quarterly makeup basket kind of series here on this channel, because every quarter I would come down to my apartment here, and I kept the majority of my makeup at my mom's house. So once a quarter, when I would go home for spring break, winter break, summer, etc., I would kind of switch out some things, grab some new things that I wanted to pan, put away some palettes that I had like played with, and exchange them out for new ones. So I had kind of like a quarterly makeup basket series going on. And then this past year, or within the past year, I have moved all of my makeup down to this apartment for two reasons. One, I wanted to declutter and come up with a good organizational system, since I'm moving. I sound like a broken record, but I am moving, and I wanted to actually like have a system that I liked before moving, rather than suddenly having to declutter, organize all of my makeup when I'm trying to organize everything else in my life. So yeah, And if you are tired of hearing me talk about how I'm moving, I'm almost there. I'm almost done with my degree, so I'll be done soon. And then you will never have to hear, well, I don't know if I'll never move again, but you'll never have to hear me talk about this move ever again. So I'm going in with the MAC Face and Body. This is almost out. I do not like the fact that the cap got all janky when I started leaving it, tilting it, so that I could get the product out of it. Those kinds of things really drive me bananas, because I'm very high maintenance. I have some little friends here today, so hopefully those aren't too distracting. And then I've been having, you can see it really well on this eye, these big red dry patches on my lids. I don't know if it's like eczema or what, but it's really annoying because eye makeup doesn't really lay over it well. And I've just been kind of trying to let go, if that makes sense. Like, it's not something I can control. It's just a part of my face, and I may use more matte shadows, or I may blend my eyeshadow a little bit differently, but I can't just get mad at my face. So that's the goal. We'll see how it goes. We'll see if I succeed in not being a control freak. And yeah. So then I'm going in with this Ilia True Skin Serum Concealer in the shade Chicory. I'm just taking that under my eye, on the parts of my cheek where I get the most redness. And then, you know, everywhere. I'm putting it everywhere. Light, super sheer foundation, lots of concealer. Isn't that the new Instagram face? And then, what else is new? Yeah, I'm almost done with my finals. I have my last one tonight. You will be seeing this far after finals week, I believe, unless I decide to switch things around last minute. I am trying a new filming and editing technique this week because I've been noticing that my videos have sound issues, as in the sound as the clip goes on becomes distorted with my mouth, and it's just ever so slight, but it's driving me insane because I have no clue why it's happening. I don't know if it's the editing software that I've been using, the way that I film, the way that I have to download my clips onto my laptop. I don't know. It's so frustrating, but somehow I'll live. But I noticed that this concealer, I feel, doesn't blend out well with a brush. I went through a phase for, I would say, like 2 or 3 weeks where I wasn't really using a makeup sponge and I was using my Real Techniques Expert Face Brush. And then every time, not every time, but most of the time when I would do my makeup, I would look in the mirror and be like, oh, that doesn't look very nice. Like, I had a lot of pores. You could see kind of like streaks, and I thought it was maybe the primer or the foundation or the fact that like the concealer just not mixing well with like the primer or the foundation. But I think that it's just that concealer doesn't work well with a brush. It works well with like a stippling motion, not like a circular or smearing motion. And I'm liking this finish much more than I liked the other finish. So there's that. I'm going to quickly go in with bronzer blush highlight first. Normally I'll save this till after, but since I know kind of what look I want to do, I don't think I think I know what blush I want to use and all of that, so it's not necessary to wait. Bronzer isn't an everyday step, it's more of a like special going out step or filming step, to be completely honest. So I don't know how well I'm going to do with this palette this year. I know that this was a product that I wanted to pan in 2023, but we'll see how it goes. Then in my Hourglass palette, sorry, now I'm having to get used to a new filming setup, not covering my face with the mirror that I'm using. It got easier for a while because I got used to the way that my phone was oriented. And then highlight from my Hourglass palette. So now on to the potentially stressful part. I think I'm going to start with taking just a clean liner brush. This is clean, right? Yeah. And this shade from my Pan That palette, it's the shade Publisher, and I'm going to outline the shape that I think that I want on my eyes. Okay, and then I'm just going to take this brush and a little bit of a light shadow to like fade the edge where I like made an oopsie or something. Okay. And then I think that I want it to be like a graphic linery look. A lot of them have this, the ones on my inspiration had this shape and they were all filled in. I don't know if I'm ready to do that. So I'm thinking I'm going to do, I'm going to start by taking this Anastasia Beverly Hills liquid liner over that shape that I just made. I'm going to do this off camera because I'm going to like come up with the whole setup and like get really close into the mirror, but I'm going to try and go over this shape with the black liquid liner, and I will be right back. Okay, here's how it's looking. I am not going to get a smooth line, and this is a little bit higher up than this one, but when I look straight forward, I feel like they're comparable, you know? Okay, so we're just gonna go with this. I might fix that later, but I've stared at the mirror for a little bit too long and I'm kind of losing it. So next I'm gonna take this bright blue and I am going to get in on my, oh my god, my lower lash line and really like drag it into the skin to get this like full impact, which is something that I do with this eyeliner a lot. And then I think what I'm gonna do is, I did kind of line my upper lash line. I'm going to very strategically place a shimmery, glimmery shadow. I'm thinking maybe this one or that one all over the lid. Or I could dip into this palette. Oh, that might be nice. Get some of that like blue. Kind of leaning towards that MAC one. Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna take a flat brush to get like up in the edges, but I'm gonna take it all on that inside kind of negative space that I have going on. Okay, I do think that this is one of those looks that will look better once I put on mascara. But I'm just gonna take this shiny, like really shiny, like white with a little bit of pink. I'm going to dab off the excess, and I'm just going to put a little bit of that on the brow bone. And yeah, just kind of take the tiniest bit all over the upper lid. And then I'm going to take an intense amount and put it in the inner corner. Why not? I don't know how I feel about this look. Part of me is kind of like, this is just so different. I feel like I have to wear it for a couple of hours and like look at myself in the mirror repeatedly to really know how I feel about it. The other half of me is like, try something. It's fun. I'm going to quickly go do mascara and I will be right back. So since there's a lot going on in the eyes, I was like right when I said I feel like I'll like it more when I have on mascara. I'm just going to do a little bit of this Buxom Full On Lip Cream in the shade Dolly. Just like a little bit of purpley sheer goodness. And I think that's going to be the look. I think that is how I am going to end this. My hair is still so damp, but I'm going to try and get some good close-up shots of what it looks like in like natural lighting for the thumbnail and stuff. But frankly, I feel like this shape looks nice. I kind of screwed up this side of it. I prefer the shape that I have going on here, where it's like just right above my crease when I'm like staring straight forward. But regardless of that, I think that this was kind of fun. I think it was fun to just pull images that I think are beautiful and work with what I have to create something that feels more wearable for me. I thought this was a fun practice. I used an eyeshadow palette that I have literally not used probably in like a year. And so, probably more than that, or we're ignoring that. Haven't used this in forever. I haven't broken out this eyeliner in a really long time, and honestly, I am tempted to break them out more often now, or do kind of a follow-up get ready with me following this look and do something, I'm gonna say even more intense in the most like hesitant of ways, like do like the full block of color the way that some of those images I showed earlier looked. Let me know if you would like to see that. I'm curious to see how, as I practice, I'll get better with the shape, get better with the kind of the cut crease and those kinds of looks. And other than that, I hope you're having an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys!